Hey everybody, welcome to Brainstorm Zap, where I give you a gigabyte in a nanosecond. My name's CJ, and what we're going to talk about today is just a very quick piece on DLC and microtransactions. Now, I know that the other boys at Chairshot Gaming really hate microtransactions, and I kind of can understand that. Microtransactions and DLC have always been a thing since their inception. They've always been debated back and forth. And you got people on one end saying, why they're good, and you got another people saying why they're bad. There is a such thing as good and bad DLC. There was a whole thing about on-disc DLC that everyone freaking hated. And then there's microtransactions, which are forcing you to then consistently buy more DLC so you can progress in a game better. Now, there's a few games that I play that utilize these features, but I'm always very conscious of what DLC is good and what DLC is bad. There are certain things that I don't mind shelling out that extra buck for, while at the same time, there's certain things that it's a complete deal breaker. If a game is pay to win, for example, I typically won't play it. I don't believe in that business model. Winning at a game should be based on skill, not based on what's in your wallet. Of course, like with things that are on console or PC, DLC has always been a thing. Expansion packs have been around since the dawn of PC gaming. Expansion packs allow you to pay a little bit more to get extra out of your game. From everything from cosmetic changes to new levels, new places to explore, new things to do. Expansion packs have been around for a long time, and that's essentially DLC. That's the DLC's granddaddy. But then, we came to a point where there was like on-disc DLC, where it was like the DLC is already included with the game, but you had to pay to unlock it, which is bullshit. And then you also have now microtransactions, which are pissing everybody off. Because microtransactions are essentially telling you that if you give us money, we will help you win the game. And it will have nothing to do with your personal skill. You immediately pass go and collect $200. So it's like, what challenge is there for you as a gamer when you're doing this? But there are games out there that have microtransactions, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win at the game. A game that I am currently playing is Marvel Contest of Champions. This is an excellent game. It's very, very addicting, and it's very fast-paced, and it is designed almost like a 2D fighter. It has Marvel characters from all over the spectrum, and not just Marvel MCU type characters. It also has mutants in there and Spider-Man people and everything, and they're including new people all the time. And with every new inclusion of a new character, there's always a chance that you can end up getting this character without paying any actual real money for it. And then there's sometimes where it makes getting these new characters easier if you pay more money. There are people that I have in alliances that I've been in the game that have been able to play the entire game and never once spend any money at all. And they're some of the best players that I've come across. The alliance that I'm in right now is called Task Force XB, and it's the B team of the original Task Force X alliance that's out there. And some of the guys that I play with on there are, some of them will spend money on their microtransactions, and sometimes they'll get like the new cool stuff that comes up, and some of them outright refuse. All of them are roughly around the same skill level, and really it seems like the only thing that I've noticed that spending money helps you to do is just to collect everything if you are kind of a collector in that regard. And the alliance that I'm in right now is great, and everybody is pretty much, we're a very active alliance, and we do all the quests, and we do all the wars against other alliances and whatnot, and we try the best that we can with our skill level. But at no point has it seemed like microtransactions have really had a bearing on that. And me and some of the guys that I'm with, we don't seem to really have a problem without spending our hard-earned money on it. And almost everybody that I play with, we all have lives, we all have jobs, we all have things that we're doing. We have things that demand our time and our money. And honestly, You know, while, yeah, like I've spent a little bit of my money on the game, sure. At the end of the day, though, there's more important things, you know? And I feel like the people at Kabam understand that. Kabam is the distributor of the game. This is like one of those times where microtransactions are done right. And I've seen this with other games, too. There's one that's like a Bomberman clone that all the microtransactions that you do are purely cosmetic. It's just to make your avatar look a little different. And that's literally it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. So microtransactions, I don't think, should completely go away. It is a way for the game developer to make a little bit more money. And it works almost a little bit like a donation system in that regard. But when it's used to pay to win, then yeah, you know what? That kind of business model needs to go. But if you don't like it, guys, don't play it. Like, if you don't like that business model, don't play the game. Don't give these companies your money and then say, oh, well, I don't like how you did this, because they already got your money. What do they care? So don't play it, don't buy it, don't download it, don't contribute in any way to games that are going to do this kind of business model. Know what you're going to be playing before you play it. And as far as DLC goes, I've seen really dumb DLC, and I think on-disc DLC is a total waste of time. But when you're giving an expansion pack or something that's going to really increase your gameplay experience with that particular game, long after the fact that the game's already been released, that's not too bad either. So in the meantime, you know, guys, enjoy whatever games you like to play, and you know, maybe I'll even be, you know, facing off against you in MCOC. But you can't demonize everything with microtransactions or DLC. It does help the developers. And if it's making your gameplay experience better, then that's all that really matters. I want everyone to have a good holiday season this year. Make sure you tip your bartenders. Make sure you tip your wait staff if you're going out. And make sure that if you just so happen to go to any place with a retail establishment and a cashier behind the counter, that you're not a complete douche to them. They've probably had a worse day than you. In any case, my name is CJ. You guys have been great. Thank you for stopping by for Brainstorm Zap, our new little quick editorial videos that will be coming at you here and there whenever I have something quick to say, but not a full video to base it on. Thank you for tuning into Brainstorm. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. Check out Chairshot Gaming, available only on YouTube.